Well, hey baby, what you doing? Sis, what you doing? Well, hey, we're back. Thought I'd make a little video. I haven't done one for a little while now, so let's just take a stroll around the garden. Things are doing really well. Probably my best year yet in the backyard. Our green beans, pretty well done. We've picked these over about 3 times. I'm kind of leaving them here just so that the bean beetles have something to eat and don't migrate to another part of the garden. Got my bell pepper patch here. Various peppers. I got pepperoncini here on the end. They've gotten a lot taller than what I thought they would. I mean, normally I've seen them maybe a foot and a half, and there's a little June bug. Got it. But as you can see, I mean, everything is healthy. And there's a few bitten leaves, but most of these plants are at least 2 foot tall. I've got a couple that are going on 3 foot tall. I've had to start using these little Velcro ties to support them to the bamboo stakes here I've got. I think next year I'm going to go with the tomato cages, the cheapy ones, like I have over here. But one trick you can do is you can take twine. I got some jute string here that I tied to the bamboo stake and then just started wrapping it around. And I'm going to continue to do that just to keep these together, because once this gets loaded down with fruit, with pepperoncinis, these have a tendency to kind of split. So if I can keep it kind of supported, should do pretty well. Our onions, I'm going to be going through here and trimming the tops. Just reading various things and seeing things online. As they grow, you know, when they get about a foot tall, you cut them. You know, they grow another foot, you cut them again so that there's about 6 inches left. And it's supposed to drive growth down into the bulbs. So we're going to continue to do that. I've got my okra plant here, Star of David. It's starting to put on pods. My eggplants, they're starting to put on flowers. We got my carrot patch I just watered that I haven't harvested any carrots. They're probably ready, but we're just going to let them go. Not in any hurry to pull those out of the ground yet. And then we've got the tomato patch, and I've got some that are approaching 8 foot tall. Just about every plant has at least 2 clusters, if not more, tomatoes. Here's beefsteak. Another beefsteak here that's putting on some clusters. Chadwick cherry. Yes, tons and tons. Chocolate stripes, that's a new variety I'm growing this year. Haven't done that before. It's going to be neat to see these tomatoes ripen up. They're supposed to get, as they turn red, they're supposed to have green streaks, and then they kind of turn orange. There's another June bag. This is a chocolate cherry. This one's been a challenging variety as far as pruning. I mean, it just wants to grow everywhere. It seems like about every branch wants to turn into a stem or start a stalk, so I've had to kind of prune these. And this one, it seemed like had some disease issues or just kind of struggled for whatever reason, but I think it's finally come out of its funk. Pruned off about a foot of the lower branches that would look real spindly, and it's finally putting on fruit. Flower clusters here, flick them to help pollinate. I'm thinking these are Dester. They've done all right. We had some issues with the foliage here, and some of them look bad. I pruned off some of the bad stuff, but overall doing pretty well. I think this is forget what variety this is, but we've got some nice clusters of fruit. I swear, you know, we got a few disease issues because we've gotten so much rain, but this, I think this is called Fusarium inrod or something, but you know, where the flower clusters are there and then it starts to have issues. I'm going to prune that off, you know, and then others are fine. Some more fruit. And then this has been the most vigorous variety, the Dutchman. And it's gonna make it to the top. I mean, we're only in mid-July here, and these are gonna grow to probably October when we get our killing frost. Probably around the end of September, I'll top these, you know, so depending on where it's at, I'll cut the top so that it'll stimulate the fruit that's on there to ripen, if there's any that's still going. But the stem on this thing, I got a picture where I held a quarter up to that because it's as wide as a quarter. There's some whoppers on this plant. Some of them split just a little bit. And I've got brandywine. Not a lot on here yet. But what's on here is pretty good. Kellogg's breakfast. Oh, wait a minute, this is brandywine. Another brandywine. Hot pepper patch. These I went with the larger cages, just knowing how tall these were gonna get, and they're starting to put out little buds. I don't know if you can see that, but all over there's little buds. There's some fruit. This is the black Hungarian. A jalapeno. I think that's a jalapeno, Thai red chili. Habanero and the ghost chili. You got Kellogg's breakfast here in this cage. There's some fruit down at the bottom of that. And then a cherry type here. Indigo rose is what this is called. And that one's about right, about ready to pick. The lettuce patch, just started another section of that. I've got maybe one more picking on this, and then I'll probably pull all that out, compost that, and then redo this bed. The peas are on their way out. They're drying up. I'm going to be pulling them out soon and try to figure out what I'm going to plant next in this bed while we've got time. I've got my watermelon. And what I've been doing here is as these grow, I've been trying to train them back in so they grow around this cage. And we got a few blossoms on that. My beets are about ready to pull. We got some sunflowers. These are about 10 feet tall. Some cucumbers coming on. Same thing as far as the cage. This one I'm gonna have to try to train it back over. Got some crookneck squash. There's a little bee in there. A couple bees. My Lebanese white marrow squash. There's a couple. And in my kale patch, need to harvest some of this and make it into chips. I got some giant kohlrabi. This super smelts that's in there. I've already pulled a couple of them. One that reached about the 10-inch mark. I mean, it was like a pineapple when I pulled it out. So that's it. That's pretty much the garden. July 10th, 2013. Getting really pleased with the tomatoes this year. Things are going really well. Just everything's healthy. I think a lot of it has to do with the rain. We've just gotten some consistent rain this year as opposed to last year where there wasn't hardly any, and it's not been near as hot. So that's all for now. Feel free to comment or post your thoughts. Until next time, bye.